and disconnected from one another. So our approach focuses on establishing and expanding freshwater protected area network. So that they are large and collective and well-managed. That's enough to safeguard species and the freshwater ecosystem and service. We aim to protect 2 million development in the next 5 to 10 years through promoting collective action of multi-stakeholder farm engagement within the Yangtze Basin. So lots of plans and also lots of efforts oriented in
Yeah, a lot of efforts have been made. And thank you for your hard work in making Yangtze River a better place. That's the end of our discussion, and thank you very much, Mr. Lei Gang, for your time and joining our discussion.
Thank you very much. It was my great pleasure.
That was Mr. Lei Gang, Senior Director of WWF China, leading Yangtze River Program. You are listening to People in the Know. We'll be back right after this. 你好, you're listening to People in the Know, presenting you with insights into the headlines in China and around the world. I'm Zheng Liang in Beijing. Today we are taking a look at the Yangtze River Economic Belt. For more on this, I talked with Professor Zhu Ying, Director of the Australian Centre for Asian Business at the University of South Australia Business School. We know that the State Council has proposed a plan to build the Yangtze River Economic Belt last year, and now with much focus on the Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei integration and the Belt and Road Initiative. So has the Yangtze River Economic Belt gained less attention than it should have?
I don't think so. I think the Yangtze River has been developed earlier than Beijing-Hebei-Tianjin area. In particular, a number of leading economies centers such as Shanghai, Wuhan, and Chongqing, Chengdu, these major cities along the Yangtze River has been developed for quite a number of years. And the integration between the cities and provinces has been developed very well. So government now focus on Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei because this area has been overlooked or rather mislooked in the past. So now emphasizing on the northern part of China for the development is a perfect time. It doesn't mean the government will look largely on the Yangtze River integration.
Indeed. And also, as you mentioned, there are a lot of provinces along the Yangtze River, like Shanghai, Jiangsu, Zhejiang, Sichuan, Chongqing. And, but the economic development levels of these different places are quite uneven. So how difficult is the integration process for this region?
I don't see difficulties. I see complementary in a sense because these economies are all similar. They will compete each other. However, different economic status and different focus on the different type of economies would enable them to complement with each other. For example, Shanghai can help Sichuan province a lot in terms of operating the manufacturing sectors and relocating some of the labor-intensive industry from the coast region into inland region is also available now. So I think that given Shanghai, Jiangsu, Zhejiang are leading economies on the coast region, so they focus on high value added and technological intensive areas for industrial development. And in the inland area, including Hubei, Sichuan provinces, they would focus more on upgrading labor skills, improving employment conditions, and attracting more sophisticated as well as labor-intensive industry. So I see it's a complementary outcome.
Yeah, and in different cities like Wuhan and Chongqing, I think they all wanted to set up auto industry in the first place. Has this kind of overlapping situation been avoided, or can they be avoided due to the coordinated development plan?
I think given China's market is quite big, I don't think it's a big problem, but unfortunately, I think the car manufacturing industry is thinking in a simple way that are all doing similar production, similar assembly, whatever. Now the challenge for each different automobile industry to think about what is the uniqueness of my product. So I think that some of the models we can learn from a multinational company like a Toyota, develop a hybrid cars as one of the major market demand now. So I think given environmental issues and also the traffic issues, I think develop a new model of sustainable car model, not too big, but economically sustainable and also less consumption of oil, and maybe using hybrid model or electric car, whatever, as another possibility. I see it's a dependent on innovation of different automotive industry rather than just say, oh, they simply just compete with each other. I think they cannot simply compete with each other now. And they have to find different ways to move forward.
What's the prospect of industrial, upgrading or restructuring along this region?
I think Shanghai did well, and to a certain degree that I think Jiangsu is also doing well. Because I think that the leadership in these provinces and cities demonstrate that they know what's really the cutting edge for the advanced manufacturing industry globally, and they want to be part of that higher end of cutting edge manufacturing development. And on the other hand, I think Zhejiang is problematic because Zhejiang, I see a lot of damage has been done in the previous decades, in particular related to pollution. You can see the chemical things everywhere. And to clean up the environment and moving to another level take a lot of time and money and energy as well. On the other hand, I think Sichuan and Chongqing are in an advantageous position in a way that they may be behind the development phase of the East Coast, but they can avoid making a lot of mistakes nowadays. They can maybe jump in terms of overcome some of the hurdles as previous provinces experienced. But now that ecological sustainable development model is the dominant development model, so I think the Sichuan, Chongqing, and in certain degree Hubei can catch up.
And with the integrated development, there will be a lot more labor or population movement.
I think so. It's not really labor mobility, it's industry mobility. It's an increasing number of factories and industry move from coast region into inland. So the migrant workers don't leave their home going to East Coast. For example, in Chongqing and in Chengdu, in Sichuan, there's so many newly established industrial zones, such as Foxtown, for example, employ millions of people in Sichuan province and Chongqing. And increasingly, the Taiwanese, Korean, and Hong Kong, whatever, US, European company moving to inland. So then, in a way, industry mobility is increased. And that reduces labor mobility and also given good chance for workers working at home and look after the family. So you can see the labor mobility in the past 20 years that leads to a lot of social problems, like the aging population in the village and nobody look after children. And because young labor workforce move to the cities in the East Coast. Now, if they can stay around Sichuan or Chongqing and Chengdu, these cities, and very close to their home, maybe they take 12 hours, take by bus, go home. So they're moving.
And also, you just mentioned the pollution caused by industries in Zhejiang province. I think that's a problem facing a lot of other provinces along this river. So how important is the ecological environment to the economic development of this region?
I think, generally speaking, that when I use Zhejiang as an example, certainly Jiangsu also polluted. But in a way, the degree of pollution and also degree of concentration on chemical industry in the past, I think one of the important issues. However, I think the problem overall in China is a lack of enforcement of law. You have this kind of environmental protection law, and you have established environmental agencies to enforce law. Nowadays, I think under Xi Jinping government, it's much better of enforcing the environmental protection law. However, you can see at grassroots level, there's still a lot of problems. And I think that one of the issues, I think the environmental protection is a top-down approach through government agencies, from legislation, whatever. But